You really can't underestimate the value of a good career board of directors. And by career board of directors, I consider that to be your mentors, your sponsors, coming from a broad variety of ethnic backgrounds, industry backgrounds. You want a group of individuals who are invested in you, who will give you candid, honest feedback, who will teach you lessons they've learned from their career so you don't have to repeat some of the same mistakes.
The best advice I've ever received about leadership was to listen better. It's very easy to push one's own beliefs based on experience, and actually the more experience you get, the more of a tendency there is to push that and feeling one's correct. But the ability to listen, to release one's own agenda, to really open your mind to new ideas, allows you to put pieces together that you may have not known in the past. And that listening also empowers other people, allows them to get enrolled in your vision, and helps to create a much more successful initiative.
The best advice that I've received about leadership is to be just confident in any and all decisions that you make and take full responsibility for them. And I received this advice from my father, who retired as a general in the Indian Army. I think he just always told us that, be confident, you can do whatever you want to do, but always remember that if you do make decisions, you have to be accountable for them and be confident in the decisions that you make, because you will make wrong ones along the way, but if you don't make those decisions, you're never going to move forward.
Really know that what you stand for and how you're being and how that may occur to other people has a much broader impact than what you say and how you say it to somebody.
So the best advice that I've ever received about leadership is taking the time to get to know where you're at when you move somewhere new before you make any changes. Go in, get to know the team, get to know the processes. You're gonna find things that need changes in week one, but don't make them in week one. Let your team get to know you, and that way, when you do have to make those changes, they'll have a better understanding and they'll have trust in you because you took the time to get to know them and understand what that department was all about.
Being self-aware and putting kind of tools and strategies in place to enable you to get feedback is so critical to being a great leader, but it's very, very difficult because the higher you go, you're on your own island and you have to figure it out, a lot of it on your own.
The best piece of advice I got was from Professor Harry Davis from Chicago Booth, and it is about trusting your instincts more, trusting your teammates more, also focusing on the needs of the institution and the people around you more than your own needs. And I have followed that advice religiously, and it has served me really well. In a strange way, when you take care of your people around you, your customers, your employees, your own needs are met automatically.
The best advice I've ever received about leadership is that change is constant. But what you're going to find is that no matter what role you're in, something's going to happen that's going to throw that off balance. You might have a key departure from your team. You might take on a new client. You might lose a client. If you work in a large company, you're going to have corporate directives that change how you do business on a day-to-day basis. To be prepared for that is absolutely something that every leader should be to be aware of, to have in their repertoire, to be able to adjust accordingly. Getting comfortable is probably not a good idea.